tech lead now. It can be a matter of life or death. Teens in the U.S. are experiencing mental health crises, suffering from anxiety, stress, depression, and we're all witnessing all-time highs in suicides. One major factor researchers, parents, and teens all see is social media. Tomorrow, the heads of major tech companies will again be called in front of senators to explain how they plan to protect children from the algorithms that drive them to harmful topics such as drugs or bullying or content that promotes eating disorders. This as lawmakers weigh passing controversial legislation called the Kids Online Safety Act. And two senators leading that charge, Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee and Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut, join us now. Senator Blackburn, you're going to have the CEOs of X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, Snap, Discord, and Mark Zuckerberg, whose Meta owns both Facebook and Instagram, among other platforms. What do you want them to say? What are you looking for from them?
Well, Jake, what we want them to do is lay out what their plan is to protect children online. And one of the things that Senator Blumenthal and I have learned through all the hearings that we've done in the work on Kids Online Safety Act is that even though these platforms know there are harms that are happening to children every day, eating disorders, suicide, meeting drug dealers, pedophiles, they have chosen not to do anything because children are the product when they're on their platforms.
Senator Blumenthal, we've seen the CEO of Snap be the first of this group to endorse the Kids Online Safety Act. And not to mention anyone watching football this weekend likely saw an Instagram ad promoting parental controls. Do you think these social media companies are finally getting serious about the need to address the problem when it comes to social media and children?
They're getting serious, Jake, only because support for the Kids Online Safety Act is mounting. We now have almost half the Senate co-sponsoring it, evenly divided, Republicans and Democrats. And in answer to your first question, what I want to hear from these CEOs is that they will support the Kids Online Safety Act, also known as KOSA. And I'm going to put them on the spot, each of them. Snap has endorsed it. I want to see the same from the others.
Senator Blackburn, this is obviously not an easy space to regulate. As artificial intelligence, AI, enters this realm, are your prescriptions looking ahead enough, or do you fear the law is going to continue to trail behind technology as it advances so rapidly?
Jake, one of the things we know is that technology is going to change before a law is written and signed into law. So therefore, what we are doing is putting in place the toolbox that kids and parents need to keep kids safe online so that they can adjust those algorithms, opening up the algorithms, having these platforms submit to an audit each year, having a dedicated channel that parents can report the bullying and then and eating disorder information, pedophiles, bad actors that are in this space, and requiring these platforms to do something about it.
Senator Blumenthal, kids are shockingly good with technology. My kids are much better with technology than I am. Do you fear that they're just going to be easily find workarounds around any restrictions put in place?
There really is no possibility of kids outsmarting the restrictions in this law because, first of all, they'll have tools if they want to disconnect from the algorithms. It's not about censorship. It's about giving parents and kids choices and also holding them responsible, those big tech companies accountable, so that they are forced to mitigate and prevent harms. We're taking the burden away from the parents because kids are a lot smarter than parents, we know it, and putting that responsibility on the big tech companies themselves. Transparency and accountability. And we're going to hear a lot of verbiage tomorrow, no question. A lot of empty promises. We're in favor of regulation, just not that regulation, but we need this law because it will keep pace with technology.
And Senator Blackburn, how do you write a law that prevents bad actors from having sexual conversations that are inappropriate with kids while also allowing, for example, let's say there's a 13-year-old gay kid and he's just looking for verification that he has a right to live his life, and he's in a world right there where he doesn't feel like he can go to his parents, can't go to his teachers. How do you draw that line so that kid can find places that are safe, that are welcoming, that are healthy and constructive, while also having a line there so that predators can't take advantage?
That's exactly right, and that is why having safety by design and these children being able to have visibility into those algorithms is so vitally important. And it's one of the reasons that Senator Blumenthal and I have spent so many years working on this and engaging so many different groups and listening to them, sitting down and hearing from them, so that we put in place these guardrails so that the internet is going to be a safer place. These platforms are going to be a safer place for all children.
Senators Marsha Blackburn and Richard Blumenthal, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.